let's know who you are. There is an opportunity for us to get to know one another. Those people that are on the call, you are all in business. Anytime you put people together, they tend to create value. They tend to create value when you put people together. So, apart from the fact that we're learning today, we also want to network. We also want to grow our business and build relationship. Uh, Today, uh, as you're listening, I want you to listen to me differently. Okay. Thank you, Tola. Oh, Tola says she can't hear me. Can anyone else hear me? Uh, okay. Thank you, Shagun. Thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you, Ram. Okay. Ram is dialing from London. MS Carrier, I guess that's Maria. Selena, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Okay, good. Good to see you all. I'm excited today because we've been talking about this for a few weeks now, and finally we're here. So thank you for showing up early because showing up is 50% of the journey. So now, how will today go? Let me build a bit of excitement for you. Today we're gonna be sharing insights. We're gonna be sharing insights not just about your business, but about you, about your mindset, about how you see the world, about the pitfalls you should avoid when you're in business, and then opportunity for you to also ask me questions at the end of this program. And let's kickstart this. Okay, so today I have three rules. When I do presentation like this or have keynote address, I have three rules. Number one is I want to have fun. I want to make my business, I want to make my work fun, and I want it to come with the same mindset as well. Let's enjoy. Let's not take ourselves too seriously, but let's take our business seriously. So let's have fun, let's enjoy it. And how do we enjoy today is actually to participate. Yeah, it is to participate. And you know, Benjamin Franklin said, tell me, I may forget. Teach me, I may remember. But involve me, I learn. So what's the difference? When you learn, there is tendency that you take action. And all of this will not matter if you come here, spend this valuable time with me, and you go away the same, and you take no action. So you might as well sit at home and watch TV. So I want you to have fun. I want you to participate, and I want you to take action after all said and done. Uh, Now let's talk about listening. I'm gonna be quick with this one. How should you listen to me today? I will illustrate with a story. Um, a while ago, I was traveling, as you do. So on the plane, at the beginning of the journey, people, they're reading their magazine, they're sending text messages and all of that. No one is paying attention to anything. Then the flight attendants comes around and say, hey, listen, in case of emergency, do A, B, C, D, E, F. No one was listening. They were, looking at their phone. They were reading magazine. And then we took off. And this was the worst flight I've ever been in my life. There was turbulence after turbulence. It was raining badly. It was storming. And the pilot announced, said, uh, the flight attendants will make announcements about what is going on and will repeat the safety guideline and what you should do in case of emergency. And the flight attendants stood up, and if you see how people lean forward to pay attention, those that weren't paying attention at the beginning, everyone, there was no, if you drop a pin, you hear the sound. People were listening with total 110% attention. Why? Because their life depends on it. Yeah, their lives depend on listening at that moment. So I want you to bring that kind of listening to today, okay? As if your life depends on it. Because actually it does. Because you may walk away from here today a different person. You may walk away with a renewed mindset. You may walk away with new energy that gets you a different kind of result. And because it's the beginning of a new year, this is an opportunity to reset. Okay, so you get my idea now. So how should you not listen? Yeah, I don't want you to listen passively. I don't want you to listen and you're checking your phone or you're listening for, oh, I agree with that. Oh, I disagree with that. Oh, why is he wearing black? Or why is he wearing glasses? Because we have only one channel and I want to make sure that you clear that channel and focus today. Even if you've heard something before, listen from a different angle, okay? Listen from a different angle. Listen for insight. Insight, what is an insight? An insight is when you see something, you cannot unsee it. Okay, when you see something, you cannot unsee it. I want you to see today so many aha moments for you that you stand up from this session, you're a different person. You're a different person in your action. You're a different person in the way you see yourself. You're a different person in your identity. So don't listen to judge. I'm going to talk about judgment a little bit. The session has started. I'm no longer in preparatory mode. So everything I'm saying now, there are insights in it. Judgment, when you judge others, you placing a mirror in front of yourself. Yeah? Because when you judge others, you limit your activities. You limit what you can do yourself. Why? Because you think other people will judge you too. So that's the first insight I want you to take away from today. So let's kickstart today. The Business Growth Accelerator without the grind. How to scale your business, get clients consistently, and integrate AI, not just AI. There are so many other tools out there that may grant you freedom from the grind, okay, without burning out. Okay? All right. So, Business Growth Accelerator. So, this is your formal welcome to this session. And those of you that joined early, I congratulate you because I already recognize you as someone who is committed to a process and will follow through. So, my objective today, my objective today, before I go through the objective, some of you just joining us, before you arrived, people have been sharing uh, their names, their contact number, their businesses. Please do the same. You know why? Here, you're here to learn, but I also want you to start building relationship with other people. In business, you don't know what trivial action may lead to breakthrough. So, um, some of you, I've seen some of you leave your name, leave your business. If you have a LinkedIn profile, put it there. Let's know who you are. Other people will see who you are as well, and they may need you, and you may need them too. So please do that. But as you do that, please pay full attention to what I'm talking about here. So my goal today, my goal today is to help you develop the mindset of a winner. I call it identity revamp. Excuse me about that. I might be doing a little bit of coughing today because I'm a little bit under the weather, but the show must go on. I'm committed to bringing value to you, so nothing's gonna stop me, not even cold or cough. Okay, unfortunately, we're online, so I can't pass it to you. So the principles behind scaling your business, the strategy blueprint to accomplish your goals. You're gonna develop the personal power to transform at will. It's not that people can't see the solution. It's not that they don't know what to do. It is that they don't have the personal power to do it. So we will take steps to show you how to uh, acquire the energy to do what you need to do. Systems. That's a critical element. Systems will guarantee your freedom. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you very much for those people sharing their businesses. Augustine, well done. Biotechnologist, Siobhan Joseph, accountant. Okay, so where are the rest of you? Okay, John Roberts, thank you for sharing. Leadership consultant. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do for me is to share what's your objective today. So, because I'm going to look at your objective, and as we're going along, I'm going to incorporate that objective. Even if it's not in my own objective today, I will find a way to answer that question for you before the end of the program. What's your objective for today? One key objective that you want to take away from today, please type it in the chat. So whilst you're doing that, let me quickly tell you who this session is for. Okay, if you are in business, you're just starting out as an entrepreneur, uh, you are in luck. You are in luck because you haven't learned the bad habits. We're gonna give you through this program step by step of how to do things correctly, to do it right the first time. You're gonna learn how to do things right the first time. So, and those of you with established businesses, you're gonna take away strategies, systems, the mindset of a winner to actually scale your business. And by the way, if you have any bad habits, we're gonna help you unlearn those bad habits. It could be bad habits of doubt or procrastination. You know, there are a lot of them. So we're gonna support you to unlearn the bad habits and then cultivate the winner's mindset. Okay. So why BJ? Why BJ? So I want to see some of your objective for today. System. Okay, Maya wants system. Uh SOM. Okay. Popmates. That's on Miami. Okay. Emptiness coach. Okay, that's Selena. Oh, Belton. Welcome, Belton. UK gentleman page. So people are not sharing the objective. Only one person shared the objective. Okay, that's fine. That means you're good with the objectives that I've shared with you. So I'll go through that. I'll check back and see if there is any new objectives there that I need to incorporate in my uh, presentation today. So why BGA? I'm just tired of seeing people struggling um, needlessly. Tired of people struggling needlessly. Why? Because they just need a little bit of trick. They need a small change that could make a big difference. But you don't know what you don't know. It's not your fault. But now you're on BGA, you have no excuse because now you know you don't have to struggle needlessly. Knowledge not shared is a burden. If you remember the parable of talents, those of you that are Christian, um, I have this gift, and it's the gift to simplify things. It's the gift to help others. And I don't want to keep that gift in my pocket. I don't want the music to die inside of me. So I want this to reach as many people as possible. I already work with high achievers, primarily footballers, England international cricketers. I work with athletes, millionaire entrepreneurs, but BGA is to reach a lot more people so that more people will benefit, and you see the reason why as we go along in this program. So our impact in the world is defined by the value we share. I want to make sure that people get value in whatever I do, and I'm gonna share with you the reason why I do what I do a little bit later on. Let me check back on your objectives uh, and see if there are new objectives there. Okay, Omoyemi, wisdom and strategy to scale my business. Thank you, Omoyemi. Networking and sharing business information. Okay, good. Okay, all right. Okay, I'll take that into consideration. In terms of wisdom, you're gonna get loads of wisdom today. Don't worry about that. uh, okay, now you're here already. Please, I want you to be in a space where you will not be disturbed. Because this simple exercise may be transformational for you. This simple exercise may be transformational for you because people, your mind wants complexity. Yeah? Your mind doesn't believe something will work if it is simple. So, and that's the mistake most people make. So, please clear your environment. Make sure you are in a place where you can write. Those of you that are prepared, you already have your pen and paper. I totally believe that. I don't go to any session without my pen and paper, but a notepad. So get your notepad out. It's a quick exercise, and I want you to focus and do it. Please do it. Don't just come here to listen. The actual doing it is part of the beginning of transformation. So before we do the exercise, I want us to do uh, breathing exercise. Breathing is one of the things that helps us manage our neurology. But most people, for their entire life, never use their breathing. They just breathe. That automatic breathing that God has given us, God doesn't even trust us to do that on our own. So God makes it automatic. But we can actually use our breathing to affect our neurology. If you see when you want to do something stressful, people will say, take a deep breath. You see people taking penalty, they first take a deep breath. So let's do that here. We take, we breathe in 4 times and breathe out 4 times. Don't do it yet. Listen to the instruction. And we're going to do that 3 times. I'm doing it with you. So make sure you watch my hands go up. That's breathe in. You breathe in 4 times and then you breathe out 4 times. And then I will ask you to do the exercise. Please do this exercise. Do this breathing exercise. And anytime you can tap into this, anytime you want to do anything that is important and you want to clear your mind, do this exercise. Very powerful. Okay, let's go. So we're going to breathe in now. So the third one now, breathe in 4 times and you breathe out 4 times. Watch my hand. Breathe in. Thank you for being a good sport. Then I assume, because I can't see you, I assume you're doing the exercise. So well done for doing that. This will help you be present. You'll be present. Please be present for this exercise. I want you to, let's jump into a time machine. This time next year, what would your business look like? What do you want? This time next year, what do you want? Before you write it, please don't base what you want on the past. I want you to create your future from the future. Abraham Lincoln said, the way to predict the future is to create it. The way to predict the future is to create it. That's what you are about to do. Okay? Your imagination is powerful. So I want you to write one big goal about your business. It could be your turnover, it could be your market share, it could be your number of employees, whatever it is that will get your mojo going. Please do that. Write down what you want. This time next year, what will your business look like? Is your turnover £1 million? Is your turnover £10 million? Is your turnover 1 billion? I'm joking. um, but do this exercise and please type what you want. Write down what you want, not what you think you can get. What you think you can get is based on the past. Thank you for doing that. So I'm a very trusting person. I'm trusting you to do all these exercises because I can't see you. But it's up to you whether you do it well or not. Okay. Who is this man just ranting and raving at me? Some of you might be asking. Let me introduce myself so that we're not strangers. My name is Ayo Benson Olariwaju. I trained as a chartered accountant, the MBA and all of that, and I worked in corporate for many years. And about 15 years ago, I started an e-commerce business and built it from the scratch to multi-million pounds. And I'm the author of the book Gold Mine of Your Mind. That book, I published it 10 years ago. I'm still getting messages, people telling me that book changed their lives. So that's the kind of impact that I want to have with this BGA as well. And that BGA has already started producing that big, so much bigger impact than the book. And you see the reason why I said that in a moment. So I've got awards, a lot of awards for what I do, but I'm not showing you to brag. I'm just showing you that, you know, when you focus on what is important, when you focus on your process, outcome is none of your business. I did not ask for awards. I was just doing my job and I was doing it well. And people recognized that. They saw the impact and they said, oh, this man deserves an award. Okay, I thank them very much for that. So, so what's my why? What's my why? What gets me out of bed 5 a.m. every day? Um, it's a little story, which I'm gonna, tell you. The content is not that important. It is the feeling you get from the story and how you can apply that to yourself. That's what is important. It's a story of my childhood. I grew up in Nigeria, where there was no safety net, no benefit, no nothing. So I lost my dad very young, and so my mom had to look after 5 children, and she wasn't even in her 40s yet at the time. I just wonder why fathers die first. Seriously. Yeah. So on a serious note, we struggled. But within that, my mom was determined not to remarry, and she was determined that all her children would get education. And we all did. Um, but in the midst of that, we got help from other people. And as young as I was wondering, why are these people helping us? And I thought to myself, when I grow up, I'm gonna help others too. Uh, but when I left uni and all of that, I forgot about that promise. I was chasing money all over the place, and I got the money, and I realized, okay, is this all there is to it? And that is what brought me back to my why. Is, oh, you had a promise. Where's that promise? And that's what led me to what I'm doing now. My desire now is to help a lot of people. You being on this call, I'm very proud. If I help only one person change, one person to transform, I'm fulfilled. I'm fulfilled with that. So why am I telling you this story? It's not about me. It's about you. When you find your why, look back in your life and find your why and connect the dots. Your why may be completely different. It may be a completely different trajectory. But when you find out why, you don't need motivation. Motivation is perishable. You have internal drive to do whatever you do wholeheartedly. Yeah? Whatever you do, you're gonna do it wholeheartedly. So that's the reason for telling you this story. I don't want you to be sorry for my childhood. It was great. It was one of the best things that could have happened to me because it built character. Okay? So, all right. So, you see the reason why I'm sharing this with you. This is It's on LinkedIn. If you go on my LinkedIn profile, you see this recommendation there. I'll read it and I will stop where when you've got what I wanted you to get from this, I will stop. So, Professor Harrison said, I is an outstanding coach and an inspirational leader. As a coach in the Aspiring Vice Chancellor's Development Program for Black and Asian Heritage Senior Professionals at the University of Greater Manchester, he has supported participants in achieving remarkable milestones. That's where I'm going to stop. There is a story I'm going to tell about this later on. Uh, and that story, there are a lot of insight in that story. So don't focus on the content. I want you to look for insight in that story. So I'm going to leave this as it is. So I'll move on. So the Business Growth Accelerator itself, what is it? What's this BGA people are talking about? Okay, this is what it is. It's a 6-week program. And why didn't I create it as a course and just deliver it and get people to go and figure it out themselves? After all the knowledge is in the program, it's in the course. No, I don't want to do that because I don't want to create something that is about information. I want to create transformation. So this is where you learn. So it's a 6-week program. You come to this program, you learn, you practice, you reflect, you review, you change, you embed. That is one insight. Yeah? One insight, one habit, you learn, you practice, you reflect, you review, you change, you embed, and you rinse and repeat. You pick another habit. So that's the way that program is gonna run. When you run a program that way, I am 100% sure transformation is guaranteed. And we're gonna look at broadly mindset, strategy, and system. It's a process. It is a process. This is a process to do anything, and I will share that with you as we go along. Sorry, I need to drink a little bit of water. Okay, sorry about that. The 6 week of consistent work on mindset and strategy will grant you freedom. More importantly, it's not going to seem like work. It is going to feel like we're having fun. Yeah, we're having fun. So that's the program in a nutshell, but there is more to it. Uh, I spent about 2 years creating it, so I don't do anything half measures. And after that, I gathered over 300 entrepreneurs and started asking them questions about what's the challenge, what challenges are they facing in their business. Yeah, these are what they told us. How to scale business without the grind. How to get clients consistently. AI automation and perhaps other automation as well. Other tools. Yeah. However, when I look at this, I realize these are just symptoms. These are just symptoms. These are not the root cause of the problems. You know why? It's not that people can't see the solutions. It is that they cannot see the problem. I'll say that again. It's not that people can't see the solutions, it's that they can't see the problem. So I want to take people away from the symptoms and address the real issues. And this are the issues. These are the root cause. Mindset. Under mindset, you have so many things under mindset. Strategy. Strategy itself uh, is a big, massive topic. You can study strategy for a whole year. But in BGA, we simplify things. We simplify it. We have what we call strategy canvas. And that strategy canvas, you can plug your business inside that strategy canvas, and that becomes your GPS. That becomes your sat nav, your guide as to what should you do. Yeah, what is the right thing to do? Systems. When people think about systems, they think about big companies with technology and all of that. No. Systems is for you to automate repeatable tasks, yeah, or document repeatable tasks. Even something as simple as networking, if you have a system for it, your impact, your result will quadruple very quickly, because most people, they just walk into networking place and they collect a bunch of cards, they put it in their pocket, they get home, they put it in the drawer, and then they go to the next event. So don't even get me started on networking. So we'll revisit that. So BGA is a process. Uh, and if you understand this, you already got 50% of what BGA is about. BGA is a process. Why is that? I'm gonna show you example after examples of where people achieve miraculous stuffs based on a process. So whatever you do in life, in sports, I told you I work with Premier League footballers, I work with cricketers, I work with athletes. It is the same process. It's mindset, strategy, systems. And systems is not what you think it is. Okay? Most people are chasing outcomes. Most business owners are chasing outcomes. Okay? Why is that? Why are they chasing outcome? Because they think that's why they're in business. So I'm in business to make profit. And they focus on profit and they leave the process. They don't focus on the process. Because let's face it, turnover, profit, their outcomes, they are not completely under your control. Yeah? They are not completely under your control. So if you focus on them, you lose control over what you actually have control on, which is the process. If you're getting this, please type yes in the chat, because I want to be sure that I'm not just speaking to people that are blank or not following what I'm saying, because this is very important. It's very important that we get this. So it is a process. When we work with a process, uh, it's easier because we know what to do, and doing it becomes a lot easier because our attention is not divided on, oh, I want to make so much amount, this and that. You focus on the process, you get result. I thank you for participating. Thank you for those of you that typed yes. A lot of you did. Thank you very much. The rest of you, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Okay, thank you, Selena Belton, Maria Faith, Busuyi, Helen, Peace, Majid. Kudos to Majid. Omoyemi, I'm gonna talk about Majid in a minute. Tola, Thank you for being present. Those of you, you're present. You're not doing something else because that's the way to make the most of this. So you need mindset, strategy, and systems. Okay, okay. In the Art of War was written 500 BC. Uh, and I crafted this out of that book because it is very powerful. Even most generals, they said this book is their companion. And the book is about war, but don't you even know that the world that we're in actually is somehow we're fighting a war. And the war we're fighting is not with an enemy outside of ourselves, is the enemy within. So let me read the quote and I will explain it to you. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself, but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. So what that says to you is if you just know yourself and you don't know the enemy, you win 50% of the time. Yeah? But if you know yourself and you know the enemy, you win 100% of the time. That's why you see people having the same success after success after whatever they touch, it turns to success. Yeah? Because they understand this concept. They may not understand it consciously. That may just be the way they are. Uh, but this concept applies to them too. And if you see people having failure after failure, walking through and hitting the brick wall over and over and over again, they probably don't know who they are. And secondly, they don't know who the enemy is. Yeah? If you know who the enemy is, please type it in the chat. Who is that enemy? I want you to type it in the chat. Who is the enemy? I want your participation now. Who is the enemy? Faith said me. Okay. Peace said fear. I'm my worst enemy, Selena. Uh, the enemy is my mindset. Thank you. The person I see in the mirror, yeah, me. Okay. Keep it coming. Belton said, always the guy in the mirror. Absolutely true. Um, in the words of Kanye West, he said, we are at war with ourselves. We are at war with ourselves. If you've ever set a goal, big or small, and as soon as your mind conceptualizes the goal, what shows up? Opposition. Opposition shows up. Yeah? And what most people do is, they go back. Yeah, it's too much for them. Napoleon said, I only see the objectives. All obstacles must give way. I only see the objectives. All obstacles must give way. Please write that down and use it as your own mantra. I only see the objective. All obstacles must give way. Obstacles of I don't have the time, or I don't have people to help me, or I don't have the money, or it's too risky. What if it doesn't work? All of those are your enemies. Yeah? Get out of that mindset. So I said I'm going to talk about Majid. Majid invited me to back to work back to work for his company. Invited me as a keynote speaker. I'm gonna speak in details about that afterwards, but I shared this at that session. At the session, I share this with them. This is the state of mind in which most people work. Yeah, they're doing okay, they've set the goals and then they're doing the work. Yeah, and as they're doing the work, doubt creeps in, fear creeps in, past pain, past failures, past embarrassment. No wonder people are tired. Yeah, because what should take you 30 minutes to do will take you 5 hours to do because you keep swiping at doubt, you keep swiping at fear, you keep swiping at rejection. But there is a simple solution. Yeah, there is a simple solution. If you ever set a goal and you experience any of this, please type yes in the chat. If you ever set a goal and you're about to start working on it and you experience any of this of these limiting beliefs, please type yes in the chat. If you want to be honest with yourself, that's fine. If you want to be in denial, that's fine as well. Because I have been myself until I discovered that it doesn't have to be that way. Yeah, it doesn't have to be that way. Thank you, Fumi, for contribution. Thank you, Silban. Thank you, Adebusui. Yeah. So we've all experienced this one time or the other. So this is the session where I shared the quick solution to this challenge. But because we don't have enough time, I'm not gonna go into the details. So this is the session I'm talking about. Mojid's company, Mojid and Festus. They are the owner of that company, and they invited me to, come and be the keynote, for their back to work. And we were talking about lead like a multiplier. Lead like a multiplier was the concept of that keynote. It was absolutely wonderful. It was fantastic. I've shared a snippet of some of the talk on LinkedIn. If you want to go check it out. Um, so why am I sharing this with you? Is these people are already successful and they also want to be even more successful. Okay? So that's what I call the growth mindset. The growth mindset. So now after the session, this is what the managing principal, this is the message is sent to me. And I'm reading this. I want you to listen to this and take insights from it. I'm not sharing it to brag. I want you to take insight from it. And I will ask you what insight can you take from it after. He said, thank you for delivering such a well-structured and impactful coaching session. The session was engaging, action-oriented, and extremely well received by the advisors. These are financial advisors. These are very successful people. As usual, the quality of the session was excellent and very much in line with the high standards we have come to expect from your work. The practical insights and clear challenges you set have already prompted actions. Listen to that. Challenges you have set already prompted action. I'm going to talk about prompt action later. With advisors actively applying the learning in their day-to-day activity. It's a 1 hour session. That immediate impact is a real testament to the quality and relevance of your coaching. Thank you once again for your energy, expertise, and commitment. It was a pleasure having you with us. What insight can you find from that? Because I'm always looking for insight in every important communication. What can you take from that? one thing that jumps out at me is successful people, they make prompt decisions. Successful people, they make prompt decisions. Um, for some of you that have read Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill gathered data about 500 successful people and wrote book on their process. Again, process. And he found one common theme. And that common theme is people that are successful. This 500 richest people in America at the time, I'm talking 100 years ago, they have one thing in common. And what is that one thing? I want you to have a guess. Have a guess what that one thing is. What's the one thing all these rich people have in common? Please participate. I said this at the beginning. Please don't just come here and sit down and take no action and do not participate. Please, I want you to participate. What do you think is common to all these successful people? Systems, said faith. Okay. Clement says growth mindset, positive mindset. Thank you, Majid. Majid, because I shared this at your keynote, so you already had a peek. Um, it's making prompt decision, People, indecision is the biggest energy sapper that you can ever think of, because people are. I've already given the answer, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. The answer is prompt action. That's why I shared that feedback with you. Is as soon as we finished that, uh, we did that on the 5th of January, and I got that feedback on the 7th of January. So they are already taking prompt action based on what they learn. So what prompt action are you going to take based on what you've learned today? That is very, very critical. So thank you for your participation. Prompt action is what's common to all of them. They see an opportunity, they grab it with both hands, they run with it, and they don't change their minds. If that is the only thing you take away from today, that's enough. Yeah, take prompt actions. When you confront an opportunity, grab it with both hands and take action. So I'm still on process. If you send those people that have done great things in life, it's not that they're smarter. They just have the right process and the right support and the right mentors. Yeah. Tiger Woods' father, Earl Woods, followed a process. Yeah. And it started when he was really, really, really very young. I started with mindset conditioning, building mental toughness. Do we have mindsets in our process? Yes or yes? Okay. Then deliberate practice based on strategy. Deliberate practice based on strategy. Do we have strategy in our BGA? Systemized routines to do one thing over and over and over and over again and it becomes second nature. Systemized routine. Do we have systems in our process? So what works for Tiger Woods as a sports person, as a golfer, works in business too. Yeah, it works in business too. Uh, it also works, that same process worked for Richard Williams. The Williams sisters, this man, before they were even born, wrote 78-page plan about how it's gonna make them world champions. 78-page plan. Children that you haven't had yet. That's faith. Yeah, and it goes beyond faith. It's mindset. Yeah, he inculcated in the two sisters belief and discipline, and that's mindset. Again, deliberate practice based on strategy. Yeah, and systems. And when he was doing all that, he wasn't a rich man, because some of you will say, oh, I don't have the money to do this. I don't have the right support. The economy is bad. Government is bad. Okay, good luck, because nothing's gonna change if you're focusing on what you can't control. Yeah, you have to take charge and take risk and take actions and do that which you want to do. The moment you set your mind to it, all that you need is, what's the process? That's the next question I want you to ask. And that's what we give you in BGA. So, identity. So, who are you being? Who are you being? Who are you being will determine your thoughts. Your thoughts will determine your energy will determine your action, and your action will determine your result. I'll tell you a quick story about the slide I shared with you earlier about where Professor Harrison said I worked with them on aspiring vice chancellor program. Uh, I was invited, I think it was about 18 months ago, thereabout. So I was invited to the aspiring vice chancellors program. This is a program to help um, professors, black and ethnic minority professors, to even aspire to becoming vice chancellors, because there are a lot of brilliant professors with good sense of administration that could become vice chancellors, but there was only one at the time when they invited me. There was only one black vice chancellor, and it was a small university in Leeds. Now there are two. There is one in Birmingham, either Birmingham or Coventry. So I was invited to be one of the coaches to support these professors to becoming vice chancellors. And I'll cut a long story short, because we're running out of time. And the professor allocated to me, at his first session, he traveled 5 hours to reach me and 5 hours back. Yeah? I want you to pick an insight from this story. No, the content is not that important. I want you to pick out the insights you can from this story. So, Um, I saw his commitment, and instead of 1 hour, I actually increased it to 2 hours. So we had this session over time, and in one of the sessions he said, there is a role, but I won't apply for it because, I said, why? He said, no black person has ever been in that role. I said, so what? And he wasn't sure if he would get it. I said, then, anyway, to cut the long story short, he applied for the role because straight away I see what to work with him on, what is holding him back. Yeah. So cut a long story short, a day to the interview, she came to me and said, let's role play the interview. So we did it, and it was brilliant. And I said, as he left, I thought to myself, there's no way he won't get that job. Yeah. So the next day, he called me. Hey, coach. I said, yeah. He said, you will not believe this. I said, tell me. He said, I got the job. So we celebrated and all of that. And they have these 6 weekly meetings where all the professors will come together and they will give feedback about their experience. And he said, getting the job, he got the job as deputy vice chancellor. Getting the job was the smallest part of his experience of working with me. I felt honored for him to say that, but why will he say that? It's because he's discovered something new about himself. He knows who he is now. Because most people will throw the advice at you, be yourself. What if you don't even know who that self is? So who are you being is what I want you to focus on. And by the way, if you're listening and you're listening for insight in that story, please type one insight you got from that story. I want you to type it in the chat. What is one insight that you got from that story? I'm waiting. One insight that you got from that story. Make it quick. Okay. All right. Don't let anything stop you. Good one. Believing in himself. Yeah. Fear is a choice. Preparation. Mindset matters. Inspiring. I love this. I love this group because you're very, very, I love your participation. You're ready for transformation. They make good, quick decision. Networking. Okay. Don't let anything stop you. Commitment. Thank you very much. Who said that? Commitment. Who said commitment? Uh, don't underestimate yourself. Commitment yields in the long run. Thank you, Tola. That is wonderful. Commitment yields in the long run. Commitment. That's one of the most important one. Faith. Yeah. There is faith. How you see yourself is what you become. Thank you, Wanu. Oh, I'm not surprised. If you don't apply, you will never get the thing. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks for your participation. I really appreciate that. So process. I'm back to process. BGA is your process because of the simplicity. The mind, the mind wants to make everything complex. Yeah, the mind wants to make everything complex. And it doesn't have to be that way. So BGA simplifies the process. Okay? I want to tell you this story about a restaurant owner who was in chaos and then, worked with me. I'm talking a few years ago, and we set up what we call standard operating system, standard operating procedure for every aspect of his business, including as small as how do you put toilet tissue paper in the toilet? Yeah, where is it facing so that customer can just pull it and use it? That's the level of details and his business transformed. The story is much more interesting, but I don't have enough time, so I'm gonna skip that. But you get the idea. The idea is systems will grant you freedom, and I want you to focus on the process. Please, I want you to type process in the chat. Please type process in the chat. Doing that is to embed this concept in your mind. Process is the way to go. Okay. So the business growth accelerator promise. Yeah. So from what you've learned, what happens when you radically upgrade your mindset? What happens? What happens in your business? What shifts? What shifts when you craft a credible strategy, one that aligns with your vision, and you don't go it alone, but implement it with others who elevate your game? What shift are you going to get? So, BGA is not even about just learning. BGA is also to learn about cooperation. BGA is to learn about collaboration. It's to learn about how do you work with other people in harmony. How do you give other people attention for them to get their transformation? What becomes possible when you build a comprehensive system that manages every area of your business? So growth isn't just possible, it is predictable. Okay? So that's the promise. Yes, I'm very excited that one. I didn't even know Wanola was here. Wano, Dr. Wanola was on BGA, and was on the 6 week BGA, and she's a psychiatrist, and she helps people. This is an expert about mind, and she's still humble enough to come to BGA to learn about mindset. And I'm blown away by the way she conceptualized things, and I'm not surprised. She said, on her experience, it's like having a missing dot that finally opens the page. I couldn't even have put this better than that. Having a missing dot that finally opens the page. That's the page of your mind. Yeah, BJ gave me a manual, a holistic system, and transformation from the roots. Transformation from the roots. So I just carved out this little part, because we don't have enough time. She actually gave this at our last webinar, and I captured it. It's on YouTube. Admin, please put that YouTube link there so that people go and watch it after the session. Please don't go and watch it now. Wait until after the session. There is more she said that will give you the understanding of what to expect from BGA. Giselle also she speaks on BGA as well. And this is what she said. I've done personal development for 20 years, but accountability and implementation only happened inside BGA. In BGA's intimate group, she bonded, she collaborated, and finally implemented with consistency. So admin, put that link for Jesus' testimonial, the YouTube link. Please put it there so that people can watch it later. That's not all. I can keep going on and on and on, but I'll stop at this one. And I also love this by Tola. Tola is a chartered accountant. Tola worked with Citibank, with EY. So these are people with growth mindset, because these are not people that don't know things. These people, they know things, but they want a change. They want a transformation, and that's why they joined. And their feedback sometimes blows my mind. Tola says, BJ helped me move from running my business. Um, oh, I can't even see what I'm reading. Okay. So to get clarity, structure, and confidence, the accountability, the framework, and the community shifted everything for me, and growth became intentional, not accidental. Thank you very much, Tola. I think Tola is here as well. Okay. I would have asked them to give testimonials, but we're running out of time. So if you're excited about what we've shared so far, please type yes in the chat. Are you excited about what we've shared so far? Let me see a yes in the chat. If you've been hiding, I need you to participate. Thank you, Selena. Thank you, Peace. Thank you, Tola. Thank you, Busui. Thank you, Kemi. Oh, Kemi, a long time. Oh, thank you, Benga. Faith. Oh, so many wonderful people here. Monica, welcome. Thank you very much. Okay. So, because we don't have time, what I'm sharing with you is some I can teach this for a year non-stop. Yeah. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, I totally understand, because um, what I've been doing, I'm not even a fast talker. Yeah, and I've been speaking fast because I have so much value to share with you, and I didn't want to leave anything out. So that's why I've been talking so far. I'm not a fast talker at all. So, and you've been receiving it like the man on the left, drinking from a hose pipe. Um, you can laugh at that if you want. But in the 6 week program, I want you to drink like the best president in the world ever, President Obama. Drink slowly and take it in and then implement. You remember when I said every week you learn, okay, you practice, yeah, you reflect, then you change, and then you embed. That's that, and then you rinse and repeat. You pick something else and you do that over and over again, and it's magical. So fantastic. So thank you very much. So is it okay for me to share the offer I've got for you for about 5 minutes? Please type yes in the chat. If it's not, okay, I already know this. I'll go away. Is it okay for me to share the offer I've got for you in about 5 minutes? Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, thank you, Patricia, International Center for everyone. So I've got only one yes. Adebusuyi, thank you. Omoyemi, thank you. All right. Okay. So I've got enough votes to share with you. Okay. Uh, so this is not a secret. You already know this. I already talked about it. It's a 6 week proven 6 week framework that transforms your business for good. And it's not just me saying it. It's also people that have been on it saying it too. So thank you very much. So this is the content. But when you see each content, please don't feel that is all there is to it. There is so much more in it. Mindset reset. Okay, before you scale, know who you are, rewire your inner operating system. Rewire your inner operating system. I stole that from Dr. Wonola because that's the way she puts it. That's the way she frames it. She frames things in ways that gets people to understand easily. Yeah, she said, after the session, it's like rewire your inner operating system. Powerful. Strategic clarity from hustle to GPS. Um, I want you to see your strategy. It will give you a canvas and you plug your business into it. It guides every move that you make. Systems that scale. You build it once, build that system once, and you grow forever. Performance without burnout. Most people are running on anxiety. They're running their business on anxiety and then they're tired. Yeah, we give you structure to actually have high output and low stress. Okay. Magnetic marketing and AI leverage. Let the right clients find you. When we talk about AI leverage, Dr. Ram, who was also an alumni of BGA, donated something to us about AI, which I'm going to share with you. Powerful. Integration and identity upgrade. You don't just grow, you become the leader your business needs. Yeah. And the price between being a leader and a follower, you cannot even imagine how wide that gap is. So we want to make you through BGA a leader your business needs. So this is the Dr. Ram shared this with me. He gave me 5 slots. Like I said, Dr. Ram, is also an alumni of BGA. And when people got value, they want also to give back to other people. So I love Dr. Ram for that. And he's giving us 5 slots. So we're going to share the link to join BGA in a minute. But I just want to talk about what is in it for you. Okay? So, Dr. Ram is a multi-award winner leader, author, behavioral strategist, and entrepreneur with over 3 decades of experience helping leaders build high-performing human-centered organizations, founder of Riddlebox, Kaya, and ContentSmart.com. You get the idea? This man is smart. So, the first time I used this pulse point, I did. I just took 5 minutes of my keynote speech somewhere, and I gave it to him. And he came back with about 3 months worth of super excellent copy for social media for over 3 months from 5 minutes. And I read some of the copies. I am a good copywriter. I was impressed. So thank you, Dr. Ram, for sharing that, for giving us those 5 slots. Shegun is also an alumni of BGA. It's giving us a toolkit. It's called the I Value Client Attraction Toolkit. Powerful. Shegun's worked with a lot of businesses and he's transformed businesses based on his marketing expertise. So thank you, Shegun, for that 5 slots as well. So I'm also gonna give you uh, a VIP strategy session. As I don't even charge hourly rate. But if I was going to charge hourly rate, people work with me for a year, for 3 months, for 6 months. Uh, if I was going to charge per hour, that's what I would charge. Okay? Um, that's 670. See the value building up. I also have the 90-day business acceleration plan. The 90-day business acceleration plan. So you get to a place you're inspired and your motivation is high, but if you don't have a process to actually implement and that process is time bound, you just encounter some difficulties. Maybe you had an argument with your wife and then that motivation is gone. But we won't let that happen to you. We give you a 90-day business acceleration plan. Uh, And then the revenue multiplier templates. This in itself is very, very powerful because most people with one product, they only sell it once and that's it. But there are ways you can sell it over and over again to the same client through upsells and downsells and all of that. Then the business system starter pack. This will kickstart your business, will wipe the slate clean, and you start on a clean slate. Like I said about unlearning bad habits. So the business system starter pack is what you get, and it's a step by step of how to build your business from the ground up. And the Business Growth Accelerator program itself, it stands out. That's it, 1997. That's a bargain based on what I charge. If you're gonna spend 12 hours with me, work it out. But because there are a lot of you, 1997 is fair. It's a bargain. So I want to talk about fear and doubt. I have this, I've seen this hold people back a lot. Yeah, they set a big goal, they set that system, they set everything, and fear will hold them back. You see the slide where I showed you a state of mind that is being shocked by fear, by doubt, by procrastination, by all of that. You can clear it, and I have a workbook for that. I actually developed that workbook when I realized that this is what's holding most people back. So when you get that, that in itself is priceless. Yeah, you can't put a price on that because that may get you to wherever you want to go, not just in business, even in your relationship, in all other areas of life. You'll be fine. Okay, so I'm not even gonna charge you 5,000 pounds. You probably knew I wasn't going to charge you 5,000 pounds for all this value. I'm gonna give you the mother of all discount. If you are on this call, all that you pay is £487. So admin, please put the link in the chat for those who wants to take advantage of all the bonuses. And that 5 slots for Dr. Ram and Shegun, when those 5 slots are gone, I have no control over them. But till the end of this session, Everything else is available to you for just £487. So that's the mother of all discounts. So this is how you actually sign up. Um, you have 14-day guarantee. No question asked refund. Yeah, no question asked refund policy. You just tell us, okay, I'm no longer interested and we refund your money with immediate effect. We also thought about people who they would love to do this, but they need payment plan. So for ClearPay will give you a payment plan 4 times every 2 weeks. So that works out like about £120. Wow. So that's great value. And Klarna option will give you opportunity to pay over 3 months. Uh, so once every month. What will happen is whatever option you choose uh, is fine with us. Sometimes people will confront opportunities like this and the indecision will hold them back. You know, don't let that be you. Show results. Majid will say, show result or show excuse. You can't have both. Yeah. Some people they will say, oh, I've done something like this before, it didn't work. Yeah, because that's why I didn't create this one as a course. Yeah, because the courses that you've done in the past, it's not that they're not good. It's because they just give it to you and you did not. Okay, I think the Eniola, the link is there for you to click on it and sign up. It's very, very simple. It's very, very simple. So thank you very much, Dr. Eniola. Okay, so I'm gonna move to the next stage. So this is what you see when you click on the link. So for those of you that would like to pay over 3 months, click on Klarna. If you want to pay over 8 weeks, every 2 weeks, you want to pay 4 times over 8 weeks, click on ClearPay. Okay? Click on ClearPay. Admin, please be on the lookout for when the 5 is gone. Okay, when the 5 is gone, please notify me. Admin, are you there? Okay. So notify me when it is gone so that I know when to tell people not to expect Dr. Rams and Shegun's bonuses. Okay. So thank you for that. Yeah. So I've encountered this a lot of time where people will say, "Oh, I don't have the money." Uh, Tough because we've done everything we can do. We've given you great value. We've given you 5,000 worth of value for very little. It's my desire to be of help to people. That's why we've structured it that way. And you also have the payment plan, and you also have the opportunity to grab this chance to change your business for good. I think what Giselle said in her testimonial about accountability, I just want to talk to you about accountability a little bit. Do you know that people find it easy to disappoint themselves? It's very, very easy. No one is watching. They find it hard to disappoint other people. Yeah, that is the reason why accountability works. And that is the reason why I embedded accountability in the BGA program, because yes, you're going to learn a lot of things, but if you don't implement it, you're going nowhere. Yeah, and also thanks to Dr. Wanola, she's in the group, in the BJ group. Even at the end of the session, they are still together, and she said they were going to start going through the session module by module by module together so that they can embed the learnings and be able to implement it. And that is in addition to the accountability partnership that they're running. The accountability itself is not just, uh, oh, do this, plan to do this. There is what we call thinking session. You have a thinker, and then you have the other person doing the observation, giving you attention. So that attention is really, really very important. If you're thinking, there was a time I was working in advertising. When we get a big project, we'll sit around the table. I was even an accountant, but I was participating in the brainstorming. Uh, you know, they just get attention and then they throw ideas out. They say no idea is stupid and all of that. You can profit from other people's attention, from other people's ideas and strategies, not just by your own understanding alone. Okay? So I don't have time. It's another thing people will say. I don't have time, but we have time to binge watch. We have time to binge watch Netflix for hours and hours, and we're completely lost in the story. So we're watching other people make money. Yeah. So, and we don't have the time to actually develop ourselves. Jim Rohn said, uh, investment in yourself is the best investment you can ever have. So I want you to please give me questions. If you have any question on this session today, is there any question you want me to answer? Please ask the question in the group and I will answer it as I'm speaking. And great. Okay. Okay, Florence, thank you for sharing the link. So, I don't have the people to help me. I think that's one of the reasons why BJ works is because you're working with other people that will actually support you and make sure that you do that which you promise yourself to do. If you work together with someone and you create the thinking session and you create action plan on what to do, you have no choice but to do it. And if for any reason you didn't even do it, someone will tap you on the shoulder and ask you, hey, bro, that thing that you say you're going to do is like Big Brother watching you. Um, Shegun, I want to check if Dr. Ram is still here because Dr. Ram wants to speak about the Pulse Point AI generation platform. Shegun, can you make Dr. Ram a panelist? Dr. Ram, are you still there? Please, if you're still there, please type yes in the chat. Okay, Dr. Ram is there. Shegun, can you make Dr. Ram a panelist, please? So Dr. Ram will talk to us a little bit for about 2 or 3 minutes about the power of that pulse point to help you, to free you from daily posting. Thank you for bringing in Dr. Ram. So Dr. Ram, I'm going to give you, I've set the time. You have 2 minutes. You can share your video and unmute and then speak. I will unmute. I will mute myself. Dr. Ram, over to you. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Okay,
Yeah?
we can hear you now, Dr. Ram. Please
Brilliant.
tell us about pulse points
Okay.
quickly and what people are likely to get.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so I mean, it's a pleasure to be in the room with people who are running businesses and you're actively preparing it to take to the next level. So fantastic. Congratulations on that. Now you've done the hard part. Apologies, I'm speaking fast, not like Ayo because I've got only 2 minutes. So you built something that works. You have clients that actually, we want to build momentum now. And if you asked a simple question, are you consistently visible with the right people with the right message? Can you answer that? without hesitation say yes. Generally, it is not the case. Not
Mhm.
because you don't know your business, but because growth today is no longer limited by your capability. It's limited by clarity, consistency, and capacity. I have spent over than 3 decades with founders, business leaders, scaling teams across industries. But when I look at what is actually holding people back, one pattern shows up again and again, that it's not the business that is loudest that grows fast. It's the business that is clear and they show up regularly. They communicate value simply and they rely on efforts, and but they are more focused on creating systems, which all mirrors what I was talking about earlier. Now, that is what actually helped me create this new platform, which is an end-to-end content creation engine. It is basically using one input of yours to create content targeting your audience so that you can actually start connecting with them. These days, social media is very noisy and AI has made it noisier. So if you actually try to speak, your voice gets drowned very quickly. So what I decided was I am not going to talk to the million people or billion people on LinkedIn. I'm going to be talking to the million or 10,000 people who I need to have the conversation. And that is what I created the platform for. It actually takes your brand tone, brand voice, and then creates content based on what you want to write. It learns from your expertise and then builds a profile of you and then uses that to create content for LinkedIn, for Twitter, for it creates content, it creates images, it creates videos, and it even allows you to schedule posts. And now we are building something to understand what post is working so that you don't have to be really stressed out. Earlier, I used to take 8 hours to create content. Now for a month, I spend 45 minutes and that's it. And I've got an EA who does the job. So it's all about understanding what your market wants and then creating the content that really hits that. So I believe in the power of using it myself before I start sharing it with others. So I started using it in the last 3 months. I've reached out to 2,000 people. I mean, 2,000 people have connected with me. I speak to people on a regular basis now, and I mean, it's been an interesting journey. So and I've been part of BGA for quite some time now with Ayo Venice, and he's been talking about it, and he's been mindful and on how it's got to be delivered. I was part of the discussions, very fortunate to have been that. So what I would like to do is basically I would like to offer a gift to 5 people today who will receive the opportunity to use the platform for free to create a month's worth of content. It's not a demo, it's not a teaser. It's actually a real usable content that you can use. And if you're interested, as I have mentioned, please express your interest.
Okay. Thank you, Dr.
Thank
Ram.
you.
Did you say you're gonna give us 30?
30, no, five, I said five.
Okay. I didn't hear you right. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. All
You're
right.
trying to slip a cheeky one, Ayo.
I wanted to hold you responsible for 30, yeah? I would love to give my people 30, right? Not just five. All right. Okay. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Dr. Ram. And thank you for your gift. I'm really, I do not take it for granted, that you're giving us that gift. And thank you, Shegun, for your gift as well. Shegun has always been supportive of this program, and he's also an alumni of the program as well. So I also want to talk to you about people. Some people, some of the limiting beliefs holding people back. So, even forget about signing up for this product for a minute. I just want to share this with you. Um, that there are some limiting beliefs that you need to get out of, and I will list them and tell you what to do with them. Okay? Sometimes we have products, we have gifts, we have something that other people can buy, but we will be thinking in our mind that, oh, people can't afford it, okay? Or people won't believe in my product. So that is part of mindset limitation. That's part of mindset limitation. And this is why that gift Shagun gave us, that client attraction toolkit, is really, really very powerful. And beyond that, uh, people who don't buy, people who don't buy things, they find it hard to sell things to others, because it's like what I talked about judgment at the beginning of the session. Is judgment is like a mirror. So, and that mirror applies to buying things too. So if you're a seller, if you have a service that you want to deliver to people, and you're thinking people will not buy, uh, it's because you don't buy yourself. It's because you don't invest in other people's product, and then you're putting that mirror in front of you. So if you have your product, you think other people will not buy too. So don't let that be you. Okay? People won't support me. So it depends on the group that you're in. If you're, I think Jim Rohn said, you are an average of five people you are in close proximity with. Yeah? Five people you are in close proximity with. One of the value of being in BGA, I have other communities, but I'm not talking about them today. BGA in itself is a community. Yeah. So you are with people that are doing great things. You've seen the people that have left testimonials. Dr. Wanola, Tola, the chartered accountant, Giselle's been in business for 30 years. So these aren't uh, startups. Yeah, these are people that you can also learn from. Apart from learning from me, you can also learn from these people. You can also get connections with these people. You can also build relationship with these people. So don't rely on friends and family, because friends and family, they are not in the same head space. They are not in the same mindset as you. Uh, friends and family, they love us too much, and they don't want us to take risk. Yeah. So because they don't want us to take risks, when we step out uh, to move towards our goals, they will check us. They will tell us, who are you to do that? Yeah. What if you fail? And the moment you hear that, you've disrupted your energy. You've disrupted that goal that you have. I can't do it. So this is some of the limiting belief. So I'm just giving you a roundup of how to eliminate them. Or I can't do it. It's over my head. I always fail. I'm not smart enough. It's too hard. These are all mindset stops. Yeah, these are all mindset stuff that, seriously, oh, one slot left. Unfortunately, one slot left to get Dr. Ram's and Shagun's gift. The rest of the bonuses, they are within my control. Uh, the other ones aren't. That for Dr. Ram. I said, Dr. Ram, do you want to increase it to 30? Please, if you love to increase it to 30, I will appreciate that. Because we have only one slot left. Okay, so I'm talking about mindset. Yeah, I'm talking about mindset revamp here. If you, at any point in time, you thought, oh, I can't do it, it's over my head, I always fail, I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough. If any of those thoughts ever cross your mind, this program will help you eliminate it, because that's mindset issues. That's what Dr. Wanola said. It's like a page, a dot that opens a page. Yeah? That dot, the moment that dot opens the page of your mind, then you're free to go do anything. Whatever you set your mind on, from that moment henceforth, you succeed over and over and over again. So, um, then some people will say, oh, it works for others, it may not work for me. Well, why would that be the case? Yeah, all the abundance in the world is available to you too. Uh, Other people, they don't have two heads, as we will say in Nigeria. People that are succeeding, they don't have two heads, but they have something different. They have a different mindset. And that mindset is the way you succeed by revamping that mindset. You cultivate the mindset of a winner. And people signing up, what they get first and foremost is they will get that clearing fear and doubt workbook, and they will get the workbook on the mindset of a winner. Those two alone is what the price you're paying today. And this is ever the last time I'm going to charge this price. Why? Because the last session we did, some people actually paid. They paid this 487 and they never showed up. And they never asked for a refund. They just didn't show up. And I looked at them. It seems that money is not it, they don't feel that money is important enough for them. So sometimes that is why charging higher price itself is a way to get people to commit 100%. So this is the last time I will charge that amount because from now on henceforth I will be charging the real amount, which is still a bargain at 1997. So um, the economy is bad. The economy is bad. Our government is bad. Okay. Yeah. Busui, they didn't show up. Yeah. So some of them attended and they never showed up again. I think in the group you can see some of them. So, uh, but I don't want that to be you. I really want you to focus on this and make 2026 a better year for you, the year that everything changes. And thank you for people sharing their WhatsApp groups, their WhatsApp numbers. Please, for those of you who came late, those that were here before, they've shared their businesses, their names, their numbers. Please make sure that you leave your number and name and maybe LinkedIn profile, maybe your website. Because what we're going to do is to make this available to everyone on the call so that if what you do resonates with people, they can reach out to you. This is about also creating another set of communities to help you succeed. So for those of you who have questions, but you don't have the time to share it, we will reach out to you and then admin will also follow up with you and get feedback from you about today's session. So, Shegun, is there any question? Shegun, is there any question? Okay, Shegun, you're muted. Is there any other business that I haven't addressed?
I think if I addressed every single thing, just that we have one more slot left for people that are interested in the program now.
Okay, so one more slot left. Who is going to pick up that slot? Because okay, I've covered everything. Thank you, Maria. I think I'm going to close. And then those of you, if you want a replay of this session, please reach out to me or reach out on Business Growth Accelerator WhatsApp group. And then I'm very, very excited and happy that you're part of today's session. And we hope that you stay in our community and keep getting value from us. Thank you very much, everyone, and I'm gonna close now. Bye for now.